Hello everybody, Onyx here. I'm laying in bed because I don't have the energy to stand and talk today, so I'm just gonna lay down and just have something interesting to say instead, because sometimes you just don't give a shit, really. So, it was a big busy week in Sweden. 24 hours, a shit ton of explosions, a shit tons of gunshots, a shit ton of rape, violence, attacks. You know, all a goodie bag have to offer. Sweden. You see, I'm gonna go on something else, and 1 year ago, from January to May, we had about 37 explosions around the country. Now it's up above for 48. It increased 11 explosions across the country. And you can never guess where the explosion were. Malmo. Malmo. Then it was Stockholm. And lastly, Gothenburg. Ah, want to know something funny? This is probably old news, but I actually waited to report this because I don't know what to say if I say something wrong or say something fault and all that. But it's decided. You see, it was a big blast in Linköping. You know, a blast so big he actually ripped balconies from the buildings, crushed windows 5 kilometers away, and you still could hear the explosion 1 mile away. The police came, the ambulance came, the firefighters came, and they did a search. You know what happened. Then they got the first theory. Before there were any conclusions, just a theory. It was the MC gangs, and said it was the bandidos because they had some history with explosions or explosives, but they forgot to conclude also with that they had a war with Hell's Angels, another MC gang, between the 80s and 90s. They are fine right now. They're not in war anymore. Hell, even some members actually have fucking drinking games with each other. So I don't know about that one. And yes, Bandidos had some, rocket grenades, or whatever you want to call them, and grenades. And but here's the kicker: the Bandidos never accidentally include civilians. Never. It was always pointed to members of the Hells Angels. Home intrusion, grenades in front of the doors, and shootings and like that. It was personal. It was always personal. They never made 250 apartments damaged and 10 people, no, 20 people to the hospital. And one of them an older man is on the he's a severe case because he needs some emergency, if you can call it that. And the policeman was like, "Oh, this is a miracle that nobody got killed in this blast." I probably gonna link some videos in the description and all that. But if you see the blast, it was freaking ridiculous. I also some flashback. Yes, flashback. Yeah, just take a picture of something right there. But it was a person who lived in the apartment right beside the explosion. You know, the ground zero. And he said that his neighbor got hit by glass splitter. But here's the fun part. Where he was, there were no windows. So that said, when the blast exploded the window, shards of glass went through the wall and just sprinkled on top of his face. It's not it was not a cement wall. It was a dry wall. But anywho, it was a fucking miracle. Nobody was there. Hell, even a migrant who left his son on the kinder somewhere. I forgot what it's called. 2 minutes later, an explosion happened behind him, and he was thrown forward. 20 people got hurt, but it was not in a critical condition. One was in severe and needed an emergency operation. But they couldn't say what's bandidos. So immediately they went to somewhere else and said, "It must be no surrender." And another MC gang. The leader for no surrender debunked this. Because they said this bomb was directed to a member, a high member, in a grey building. The problem with this is when the bomb went off, he was no member. Although it existed criminals in a grey building, yes, but this was ex-criminals. From 10 and up. So it was really old criminals. I don't say that maybe it was a revenge. I don't say that. But I can't say that even if it was to include civilians and you don't know where this person is, it's a really interesting thing to think, really, because if I want to hurt a person, I will not put a bomb on a public space. No. I will put a bomb in front of his door. But they put a bomb in a cycle with a big box in front of it, in a bicycle shell cover house. I don't know what it's called. Do you understand this? It is freaking unbelievable. MC gangs don't pull in civilians. They pull in other MC gangs. So to say that it was MC gang's fault that the explosion happened, I don't take it. I know what it did. Now they say they don't know. They don't have enough resources to do any investigation. They don't have anything. It was just a theory. And then they just went and did a full edit and said it probably was one of those Margaret gangs that have an even evil eye to another one. Oh, okay. So you're telling me it was for that from the beginning that we already knew about, because if we go on to say with big fucking words, this was a terrorist attack. Because you don't put a bomb to scare people. No, no, no. You want to hinder or, severely or even kill people. But this was a miracle. So they just say it was public damage, something, something, I don't know. They didn't want to go out and said this was attack, a terrorist attack. And now we don't hear anything about it anymore. Weird, right? A big, huge explosions that you could hear for miles, and then it just went away like a whimper in the wind. But so here we are. 48 explosions in Sweden. The blast capital of the world. The only one who has the freaking more is when it's a war zone. We don't have any wars. So where does these explosions come from? Where does the shooters come from? For criminals? Maybe. But they never again pull in civilians. But a group does. You see, if you are in the MC gang, for example, you don't pull in civilians. No, no, no. You want to pull in money, respect, reputation, power. But the migrants do that. This is just fucking sickening. We all know the fucking answer. But at least I have the balls to actually say something. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But if I'm right, I'm also wrong. Unbelievable. Oh, I almost forgot. You see, when we had our National Day, yes, we have that, with our shocker rate, our lovable Prime Minister Stefan Löfven had a speech. It was like, we will get stronger or blah blah blah, all that shit. But it was a sentence that actually stuck with me afterwards. Because it was so freaking ironic. He said that Sweden have never been more secure. Anyone who have half a brain and one eye and one ear could tell you you were wrong. You're very wrong. Because after 2016, maybe a little bit before, Sweden is not the same anymore. It's become a Middle Eastern country. It probably some way, but it's true. The reason the right is rising is because we don't want them here. It's that simple. But no, of course, the left just blabbering, but you don't want to be progressive. You don't want to help people. You don't... Shut the fuck up. It's sickening because it's not like I say freaking migrants or just say it's your fault. No, I don't. I don't say a group of people. It's your fault. This Swedish is shit right now. No, again, it's the Social Democrats that I fucking hate. It's the Green Party I hate. The Liberals, the left, well, vänster. The center. The only one who actually thought about this is Swedish Democrats and the Christian Democrats. Or may not, maybe also the moderates, but I'm not gonna hold my breath. So here we are. 48 explosions, 24 hours, busy days, a week ago, I guess, in Malmo. Explosions, gunshots, rape, assault, robbery. You name it. It was everything. The police was busy. And they still want resources. Yes, the police need, more people. More bodies. But our government don't want to give them more resources. You know, better pay, better stability, better environment. You know that. They don't give them that. And the policeman is down on the knees. The same goes to our hospitals. Doctors, nurses, all that. Same shit. It was even a person who died in a waiting room because a migrant shoved away this person from the queue. And when this was this sick person's turn, he died. 2019. And the next time we actually can convert again, it's 2022. Or are we getting a snap election and actually say fuck off? Let's actually do something. Let's actually repair Sweden how it was. But you cannot do that. Or the migrants. Oh, you mean the illegal aliens who just fucking went through the border without any papers, without any identifications, without anything. You see, I actually wondering how the process goes in Sweden, how to be a Swedish member. It feels like they just went through the fucking gate and just said, nah, I'm Swedish. It just feels like that, because Sweden got the worst of the freaking flood. Mud flood. But again, it's not the first time we let people through. yeah, I'm done. So, if you have any questions, just leave it down in the comments. I can try to answering them because Swedish. But if you don't, if I don't know, I'm just gonna tell straight up I don't know the answer to this question. So yeah, with that said, I thank you for watching. And remember to like, favorite, comment, share, and subscribe to this video. And channel of course. I don't. So yeah, I thank you for watching, and I will see you next one. Ta-ta for now. Make Sweden great again. And bye.